Welcome to The Bachelor! I'm your host, LadyDunsparce, and today we are going to be looking at a potential partner for our lovely Bachelor, Mr. Iron Thorns EX. Let's party! Recently, fellow content creator and Team Lethal Strike member Sunny TCG joined me on an adventure to find the perfect partner for Iron Thorns EX. But maybe Iron Thorns is a little bit worthy of a partner that's spicier. What if he prefers somebody with a little bit of sass herself? Let's pair Iron Thorns with Tinkaton and see what kind of messy relationship they're going to have. Alright, let's break this list down. So my thought here is that good things come in threes, which is why we have 3 Iron Thorns EX with the initialization ability in Volt Cyclone. We have 3 Tinkaton EX, specifically for this big hammer attack that does 30 damage for every single card that is in your hand. And then we have a 3/3 line of Dunsparce and Dudunsparce. Dudunsparce is going to have that runaway draw ability that's going to let you shuffle it back into the deck, but in turn you get 3 cards into your hand. We're only allowed 1 Radiant Pokemon, so just 1 Radiant Greninja as well. In terms of trainers, we do have ourselves a pretty hefty variety with 3 Nemona. We've got a couple Nemona's backpack, we've got a couple Boss, we have 3 Arven, and 3 Crispin as well. So all kinds of supporters to fill up our hand, get the pieces that we need, specifically Crispin for that energy acceleration, Arven to get those rare candies that we are going to really need to make the Tinkaton EX come to life, and the Nemona in order to get more cards in our hand when the time comes. We also have plenty of Pokemon Search, 2 Ultra Balls. We have the Precious Trolley as our A spec, which lets us put as many basic Pokemon onto the bench as possible. Very, very nice, especially with a deck like this. And then we're going to be depending on Artisan as our stadium to get more basic Dunsparce into play, to get them ready to go, get as many cards in our hand as possible. In terms of energy, we are playing multiple energy types. The reason that I'm pairing Tinkaton EX with Iron Thorns EX is because Tinkaton EX's main move uses 2 colorless energy. We can use whatever energies we want. And with Iron Thorns having 2 move energies to the bench every time it attacks, we kind of have some flexibility. As long as that Iron Thorns is in the active, we can get the Tinkaton set up and get our hand maxed out with as many cards as we need to take an attack on a huge EX Pokemon like Charizard EX. Here's a full deck list picture for you guys. While you're at it, make sure to like and subscribe for plenty of Pokemon content. Appreciate you. Now let's get into some gameplay. Alright, so I'm a little bit nervous about how this match is going to go, but my intent is hopefully I get to go first so I can start setting up my Iron Thorns EX immediately. Ideally, I'm going to start with Iron Thorns EX in the active spot so that we can kind of get a roll on blocking our opponent's abilities immediately. So they flip tails. It looks like they are going to decide who is going first. So fingers crossed, and it looks like I do get to go first. So that's an opportunity for an energy attachment right out the gate. And we are not going to be starting directly with our Iron Thorn, so I guess we will settle for the Tinkaton here. We do have Precious Trolley though, which is really going to help us get our setup right out the gate. Ooh, Radiant Charizard. I think that we are going to be in a Charizard EX battle situation here. So let's use Precious Trolley, and we're going to load up 2 Dunsies. Radiant Greninja. Of course, we need an Iron Thorn, so let's get ourselves another Tinkatink. We're going to fill ourselves up, make sure we've got plenty to work with. Let's go ahead and use concealed cards. Discard that. Oh, okay. So we got the lightning energy, but I really need that Iron Thorns in the active. So let's attach to Tinkatink and retreat into Iron Thorns. And let's see how our opponent reacts to this. Radiant Charizard is a very, very tough start for my opponent with such a high retreat cost. Yeah, it's going to be a little difficult for them to maneuver around this. We are going to see the Ultra Ball. I wonder if we're going to see maybe a Charmander here. Entei V. So this isn't our standard run-of-the-mill Charizard EX list. We do have Entei V as a surprise in there, and Professor's Research, got to refresh that hand. Buddy Poffin. So I am expecting, there we go, Charmander and Pidgey. No surprises there. And okay. So I definitely need something to work out. Let's evolve Tinkatink to Tinkatuff first, and then we'll play maybe Pokegear to see if we can get a crisp. Oh my gosh, of course, nothing. So let's use Nemona to draw 3 more cards. And okay. Oh, yes. Okay, we do have 2 energies in the discard pile, so we'll use energy retrieval to get both of those back, and then we can attach that lightning energy right onto the Iron Thorns. Make sure that we get ourselves started to be set up, I think. Yeah. Actually, before we go, let's Ultra Ball away the Iron Thorns, and I guess maybe a Nemona's backpack. I think it's important for us to maybe get the Dudunsparce here so we can get some more cards in our hands, some more options to look at. So, evolve. And, of course, runaway draw. Go back to the deck, my baby. Okay, we got a Tinkatink. We got some other stuff we could use, like the Future Energy Booster Capsule. Perfect. Let's go ahead and end turn here. Alright, so at the moment, my opponent's, like, pretty well locked unless they have a Boss's Orders or a Prime Catcher. We're going to see Charmander evolve into Charmeleon. And the Defiance Band to go onto the Charmeleon. We're seeing those building blocks of Charizard. A Fire Energy onto Entei. Entei could be a scary attacker. Berry? That's interesting. Okay, Ultra Ball. Wonder what they are going to Ultra Ball for here. Pidgeotto. Okay, so we are going to kind of go around using the rare candies, get ourselves to those stage 1 Pokemon. Okay. Well, we do have... We'll evolve first, I guess, and then Nemona's backpack. I think it'd probably better serve us to draw more cards this turn. Oh my goodness, it's so many energies. Let's go ahead and attach one of those to Iron Thorns EX. I was really hoping we would get Crispin before the Nemona there, but I guess we'll just kind of hang on, see what happens. I do know at least that Iron Thorns will be able to start swinging next turn. Okay, the Fire Energy attachment onto the Radiant Charizard. And, oh no, my opponent evolved to Charizard EX, but they are not going to be able to use their ability Infernal Rain. Yikes. And Professor's research for a new, and the evolution, and neither of them can use their abilities. That's 4 Pokemon right now on my opponent's side that have abilities that are shut off because of Iron Thorns EX, which is making it very, very difficult for them to set up. Okay, they got 2 more Charmanders. And a switch into a Charmander. Okay, I guess maybe they want me to take out something smaller? I mean, right now, I kind of have my eye on the Pidgeot EX because I know it's weak to lightning. So let's go ahead, attack to Iron Thorns, and, yeah, let's just boss it up. I know I need to get another, Dunsparce out. Do I use the Nest Ball or Artisan, though? I think Artisan's a little bit more consistent. I don't really think that they have anything that would knock this stadium out. So let's go ahead and get the Dunsparce so we can keep refreshing our hand. And then I guess let's Volt Cyclone for the knockout. Easy 2 prizes. And we'll move that Psychic Energy back to the Tinkaton EX. Okay. Right now, my opponent's kind of in an awkward situation, and that's the difficulty of going against an Iron Thorns EX. Without all of those abilities, they're definitely having a hard time getting all the pieces that they need to make their attacks happen. Are we going to see the Fire Energy attachment onto Entei, since it's really the only thing that's close to being set up to attack? That's what I am curious about. Okay, they're going to rare candy into another Charizard? Oh my goodness. The sequencing that my opponent's doing here is a little confusing. I feel that it probably would have been in better taste to maybe get a Counter Catcher or Prime Catcher here, get Iron Thorns EX out of the way, but maybe they don't play Counter Catcher. They definitely need a fire energy, though, to attack with that Entei V to start kind of putting some damage counters on my side of the board. So Super Rod, what are we going to see Super Rod put back into the deck? 2 fire energy and a Pidgey. That makes sense. And, okay, the Forest Seal Stone. Are we going to see Entei use the Forest Seal Stone? Yes. So, Forest Seal Stone is not exactly an ability. It is an item, or it's a tool card, so our opponent can still use that even though all abilities are locked. Can really get you out of a bind if you're in this sticky kind of situation. Okay, we see the fire energy attachment. And Artisan, of course, they want to fill up that bench before they hit us with the Burning Rondo attack. Burning Rondo is going to do 20 times all the Pokemon on the bench plus the active, so 220? I think they are 10 shy. I think I might have gotten really lucky here. I was right. They are 10 shy. Okay. So, I think I might want to attack with Tinkaton this turn. Let's start by getting ourselves... Let's use our supporter, Arvin. Maybe get ourselves an Ultra Ball to get the Dudunsparce, and we don't need Future Booster Energy Capsule, so it's going to be great discard fodder for the Ultra Ball. And we'll also discard, I guess, a Lightning Energy since we have the Energy Retrieval in hand, and we're going to get ourselves Dudunsparce. We need to kind of get as many cards in our hand as possible to ensure that we can knock this Entei out. It's going to take at least 8 cards in hand, so... Okay, there's 3 more. Let's go ahead and evolve to Tinkaton. This is kind of risky business here. I know I'm going to need to use an energy card as well here. On the Tinkaton, I think I'm going to go for the Psychic energy here. Yeah, let's do Psychic. And we'll retreat into Tinkaton. Okay, so we've got less concealed cards. We're going to get ourselves... I guess a net +1 here. And we're going to energy retrieval to get another net +1. That gets us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 240. We are hunky-dory. We got the knockout on the Entei. Oh, what a relief. Now, we are in a little bit of a scary situation because the Radiant Charizard is able to attack our Tinkaton EX this turn. Abilities are not shut off because Iron Thorns is currently on the bench. So, getting a good chunk out on the Tinkaton EX is going to be pretty important. Okay, they're going to get a Charizard or a Charmander with the Artisan here. All 4 Charmanders. Out and about. Ooh, bosses. No. Oh. So, unfortunately, Radiant Charizard can't attack. Doesn't have enough energy unless that ability is turned on. So, okay, we'll put Dunsparce on the bench first, and then let's go ahead and do Dunsparce. Get ourselves 3 more cards for our hand. You know, if I have the opportunity to knock out the Charizard EX, I need 12 cards in hand. So I want to make sure I am fully 100% set up. We're going to use Nemona, 3 more cards. Let's Artisan get a Dunsparce on the bench so we can be ready to maybe get 2 more next turn if we are unable to get the knockout this turn. We'll attack to Iron Thorns. Is there anything else? I guess I'm just going to attack with Volt Cyclone. No opportunity for the boss there. So I did kind of play to my outs with what I had available. So I only need 1 prize card left, and I am incredibly set up to knock out basically whatever is thrown at me at this point, even if Iron Thorns is knocked out. We'd have to see something like a Sparkling Crystal and an energy. What are we going to see happen to this Pidgey? Do we have a boss to maybe... Okay, Ultra Ball. Oh, okay, so the A-Spec is Prime Catcher. So we're not going to see Sparkling Crystal. We're going to see Pidgeot EX. And I don't think there's anything else that can be done here. So I guess I'm just going to attack. And that is going to be game. Alright. Well, GG's to my opponent. Iron Thorns does put you in a bit of a sticky situation when you are unable to really use your abilities to make your energy accelerate and be able to get your attacks going. So, honestly, not the worst pairing I've ever seen between two Pokemon. After that riveting gameplay, I can tell you that Iron Thorns EX and Tinkaton EX make a beautiful couple. But is Tinkaton EX worthy of Iron Thorns' final rose? Well, stay tuned to find out. If you want to see any other EX Pokemon paired with Iron Thorns EX, put it in the comments below and like and subscribe to see if we can find Iron Thorns EX perfect match. Stay safe, stay positive, stay healthy, and I'll catch you in the next video.